We created 2 projects with Bill Viola. Project 17 in 2008 in Sydney and Project 21 in Melbourne, due to the great success it had in Sydney. I saw Bill's works in exhibitions, commercial galleries. He showed at MoMA, showed in London, and I was very taken by his work. I started to collect it, and later Naomi, my wife, also built up a very good collection of his work. We wanted to meet the artist, and one thing led to the other, and we invited him to come and do a project for us in Australia. Work we chose to show was originally commissioned by the Los Angeles Philharmonic, Tristan and Isolde, Wagner's opera. I thought to show it in a church would be the ideal setting. And fortunately, we found a beautiful old church in Redfern, St. Xavier's, which was Romanesque in style, beautiful roof and windows. It had a very small congregation. And I approached the pastor, introduced myself, and asked, could we use the church for a project in the times that it's not used for church service. He agreed without any hesitation. Bill came out with his wife Kira to oversee the installation. Kira is an Australian and is very much his collaborator in all the projects, all the exhibitions. Bill is a remarkable artist. He's got a very deep knowledge of art history, of music, of philosophy, and he combines all of those to create a remarkable artwork. He paints with light, you could say. Bill was an apprentice with Namjoon Paik, who was our 5th project. It's a beautiful coincidence that in a way we continue a tradition. Bill was wonderful to work with. Because we couldn't black out the church, it was impossible to do a daytime presentation. So we decided to do it at night. And it was a great solution. People flocked to the presentations of Firewoman and Tristan Ascension. And they were behind the altar, and it looked like one of those Baroque altar pieces come alive. It was very dramatic. And the sound that Bill created to accompany the work was wonderful. It was just a totally immersive work. One incident, as I went there every night to be with friends, and I whispered an explanation to a friend, and I heard so many shh, shh, shh. It was more solemn than being in a church service. Bill also very kindly arranged talks and seminars, and it was just a great success. That's why we decided to show it in Melbourne as our Project 21, also in a church in St. Catherine's, in a suburb of Melbourne called Parkville. It was a different style church, but it also worked well. It was in combination with the Melbourne International Festival and ACME, who showed an additional work of Bill's. We remained friends with Bill and Kira. We visited their home, met their children, and that's one of the things that I really treasure about art projects, that with very few exceptions, the artists stay friends and see them whenever we are overseas. Bill continues to show internationally. He had a wonderful exhibition at the National Gallery in London, where his works were combined with Renaissance and Baroque works of art, and the effect was really wonderful.